into the future and estimating timescales, specific activities that are going to take place to allow you to get to that end goal. So a specific activity might need to be broken down into, say, 8, 9, 10 different subsections to allow you to work towards that, achieving completion of that activity or goal. Without a plan, you're not going to know what you're wanting to achieve, how long you're wanting to achieve that specific, and then how you're going to achieve it with the aspects which relate into the overall achievement of that goal or activity. Hi everyone, so just wanted to talk about planning and the importance of planning. So this isn't necessarily in relation to anything in particular, but can be applied to everyday life really, and any projects that you've got going on. So for example, I would say planning is the key to achieving success. Without a plan, you're likely to fail. Otherwise, you don't know what steps to take to reach that goal or complete that task or activity. So yeah, so planning is essential in anything that you do. There's a few strategies and softwares that I use day to day to help me with planning and moving forward. Some of them can be utilised in different ways. For me, they help me with the projects that I manage. So one of which is using Microsoft Projects. So that effectively creates a program of work so you can see each activity that you need to complete and then how it relates to the end goal. And you can link the activities, which if there's any knock-on effects, you can input that information and then it spits out sort of the critical path, and can show you what you need to do to sort of try and bring that back on track essentially. But that's for another video. Another method is through collaborative planning. Do this either virtually or with a board and sticky notes, which again is for another video, but it allows you to interlink different trades, different aspects of work and how they interfere with each other, which can be really useful and prevent any issues when it comes to completing those works and sort of effectively having loggerheads where you might have two trades, for example, wanting to be in the same area at once, and it just isn't practical. So it mitigates that, mitigates the delays, mitigates the costs associated. Planning for me, a lot of the time, it has cost and time implications really with what I do day to day. The tasks or goals, activities that you're looking to complete, I would say that it's best to use the acronym SMART. So what that stands for is S is specific. So that basically means make your task or your goal specific to the overall achievement you're looking to attain. That means that you're not going to go wandering off and sort of go down a rabbit hole into something else. It'll keep you on track. Secondly, you want it measurable. So what I mean by that is something that you can have stages essentially, that you can see the progress, you can see that it's measurable, that you're achieving and working towards that specific task or goal. Then A is achievable, so make sure it's achievable. It's pointless having something massive that you're not going to be able to achieve without breaking it down further. So you're more likely to achieve whatever you set out in your plans by making it achievable, effectively little bite-sized chunks. Makes it easier, everyone works better in that way. R is relatable, so make it relatable to what you're doing and what you're working towards, as this will help keep you on track and moving towards that goal. T is for time related, so you need to make sure that you've got a time stamp on that goal or activity that you're looking to complete, otherwise it'll just drag on and you'll never get it done. So it's important to have a time element on your planned activity, goal, whatever it might be. It'll keep you focused, keep you working towards it, and make sure that you're, as I said, not wandering away with time and doing other things. It'll keep you on point and look to achieve those goals, if not before, but as close to what you set out. So a recent example which I've encountered was when I did a site visit, and there was a few issues which we came across that meant that if we hadn't planned ahead in terms of going down to conduct that pre-start site visit, those issues wouldn't have arisen necessarily. But it's also allowed us to then plan ahead and put procedures and measures in place to reduce any issues coming up when we commence the works, and mitigates the time delays and the commercial impacts by being able to implement these sort of small procedures, tweak the work scope slightly to make it work in terms of getting material off site. So in that sense, that's how critical it is, you know, from an hour visit to site ahead of starting. It's saved a lot of time, a lot of headache, commercial, financial impacts as well. It's reduced them, and just means that we can keep working towards that goal and stay on track, as I've touched on up till now. So if you'd like any of the tools or examples that I've touched on, the collaborative planning, the program through Microsoft Projects, just drop a comment below and I'll be more than happy to assist in providing you a copy so that you can take a look and understand what I'm talking about. But as I said, I will be going into more detail on both of these in future videos. If you've been liking this content and getting good value from it, then please just drop me a message below, and let me know if there's any specifics that you'd like to see in the future, or any topics that you'd like to see me cover. If you'd like and subscribe, that would be appreciated massively, as it helps sort of grow the channel and sort of gives me the feedback and understanding of what I'm doing well, what I'm not doing well, certain videos that you like to see, the length of time, etc. So yeah, it'd be great for any feedback as well, much appreciated, as always willing to move forward and strive for being better.